Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, the March the 29th, 2025 daily cryptocurrency and blockchain technology video that you guys have come to expect, love, need, and deserve. Still do not want to buy you with an overcast mid-spring day, rainy and drizzly, with a current temperature J of 59 degrees just north of downtown Detroit. As you can hear, the program director is meowing because I'm making a video, and that's what he always seems to do, inside the Vincenzo compound. And let's get right into this, and you can see the Bitcoin price, and you can see, there he is. There's the program director. Anytime I start making a video, he starts meowing. Come here, buddy. He starts meowing and doing his thing. That's just what he seems to do. Come on, come up here. If you want to be pet, come up here. Come make the video. But you can see, just like what we were talking about the last few days, it's continued to the downside in this dinosaur pattern here. We've been expecting a hit on this $73,000 for quite some time, right? We had a little bit of a bounce where we talked 2 weekends ago right here. We could be targeting between the falling in the daily 200-day moving average and the 50, potentially as high as that 89 to 90,000 that was sitting up there on the horizontal blue line. It got up to the 50-day and then make that the full screen, and then did get rejected, and it's traded down near the bottom of this. And this is that turtle reversal pattern. You can see the shell and then the neck peeking out right there, which is our conveyor belt. See that? And then it rolls over on itself eventually. And I think that $73,000 target will get hit in the more extreme shorter term time frame. We could still bounce sort of like we did here the whole way up, where we dip down and then we could have a return rally, like say tomorrow or the next day we come down, then we come back up and we come down. But I think eventually we're coming down there, because with the first mover advantage, and the reason you're here each and every day is because we identify things first. We give you truth, trust, education, and information, most importantly. And that trust and the truth and the information are the important things. And just as we told you, you would have that bearish cross, and you were a first mover advantage back up in here when the moving averages look like that. We were forecasting a bearish cross of the 50 to go below the 100. You can see that happen. We're still forecasting a golden bearish cross where the 50 will get below the 200. Oops, and you can see right now the 50 is at 88,000. The 100 is at 89,000 and change. The 200 is at 85,000. And then what you also got, and the reason that you're part of this growing movement and knowledge to make an informed and educated decision comfortably. And when you have the information, when you have the education, and when you have the knowledge and the facts, it's a lot easier to make an informed decision. But the first mover advantage, when the price was right here, we identified that double top. And we believe we're in this head and shoulders, short to medium term topping out reversal pattern after a massive bull market and hitting over $100,000 for the first time. The cryptos do this, they blow off top, and then they have a long consolidation bear market. And we've been forecasting a $74,000 hit, and then the neckline down here at 58,000 as we work our way later in the springtime. I think the neckline will hit, followed by a phenomenal quick rally, just like you've seen in XRP, to form the right shoulder, and it could come all the way up into here. But I think eventually towards the end of summer or the end of the year, we break down and have a technical breakdown and hit that $32,000. And that would be a prototypical correction after a massive blow off top, because that would be a 70% correction. And we've seen many 70% corrections in the bull market. After the COVID bull market, we went down peak to trough 55%. And then the mountain double top, new all-time high, peak to trough. Where's that at? Is there a wick there? Nope, right there. We went down 77%, right? And you can keep going back in the history of this, but we gave you the first mover advantage. We believe this is still what we're in, and we're going to continue to follow that as such. And if you want to help support the channel and stay on top of everything that's going on here, it's as easy as going onto my site, becoming a member of Jabroni Killers for an industry cheap, which I've made it for, to get this word and to spread our message and to grow the station and to give you the best value. I've made it the cheapest to support a channel at $3.99 a month. And then, and I believe it's the best value. And you can
Gabapentin is...
No, nobody cares about gabapentin right now. You can hit the join button to become members of Jabroni Killer. Subscribe to the channel to grow this movement. Remember to like it. Or you can hit at Jabroni Killers in all the video descriptions and or the pinned comments. And it's a very, very easy, super simple and easy way to support the channel. And if we look at our Jabroni Killer members, we have some new ones here recently. We're up to 20 members. Anthony Brown has joined member of Jabroni Killers. I appreciate it. Trey Runs Wild, another member. Astral Music, RVJ, Joel Raymond, Stephen G, Camilla Mendelin, all in the last 10 days have become members of Jabroni Killers along with all the rest of you. I appreciate your support. And if you get any value or want to help support the channel, that's the best way to do it. Still don't want to buy you. Nobody wants to buy you. So that's what we're looking like in the Bitcoin there. If we go into the other chart that I have, the crypto chart, if we go look at the XRP with that first mover advantage and the value, and you're wondering what is the value of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, it is the Bitcoin price. You had the heads up. The XRP and the XLM, I feel we did the best at identifying the top, letting you guys know we were getting short to medium term bearish, because again, an XRP, when the price was right here, that's all the data that we had, that massive blow off top. We were saying we drew this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, and we've been on it ever since to keep you out ahead of what's going on. We told you we were going to get topped out here when we hit the neckline down here. The highest you would probably get is the 50-day moving average that's falling, or that overhead red resistance there at $2.55. We've been forecasting a bearish cross in this, and I believe this is the week that it's actually going to finally happen, where that 50 is going to get below the 100. But we gave you this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, and the thing it did and the value that it gave you was up here on this consolidation, where all the rest of the crypto stations in the mainstream and on social media, nobody was looking at the downside, right? And we kept you level-headed to make rational and sane decisions. Then we had our first leg to the downside right here. And this is where it started to gain a little steam that something might be going on here as far as maybe the local top is in. And then they caught on right here, all the mainstream and on social media right here. They caught on that this was a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, heavily promoted it for a week to 10 days. And then that Sunday pump happened right here. And all those that misidentified the pattern at the beginning jumped on that Sunday morning and pumped. They had a mass pump train going on, a mass emotional roller coaster trying to make you do irrational things. But old Vincenzo was here for my members of Jabroni Killers and my followers and subscribers and my listeners, and we identified what was going on. We said this was a key bounce off of the neckline, which is this purple or dark blue at 209. Going into that weekend on the Thursday and Friday, we were looking for a pump, and the technical pump off of the neckline would have been up to near the 255, and that's what we were targeting for that weekend. But then they broke the news on that thinly traded major indexes closed on a Sunday morning, and they had a 4-hour pump. But we let you know that we were going to break down. We were still in this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern, and nothing structurally in the market has changed to lead me to believe that this pattern was broken. And now we're coming down towards that $1.93 200-day moving average, and I believe we're going to trade out of this in the short term, or in the next month or two. I think we're going to hit that $1.29, which is the technical target out of that head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. And so in the short term, if we go into the hour time frame, I think in the shorter term, this week, I think we're going to hit that 200-day moving average. Right now, we're on the neckline. You see that holding it again beautifully for the first, second, third, fourth time now in the last month. You could have a little bounce here tonight going into Sunday back up into the moving averages to just get rejected and eventually bring you down to that $1.29. And then from the $1.29, I believe you would probably more than likely, because it's a major moving average, have a nice bounce back up into this neckline, and potentially that's when you start jockeying around there and it starts holding it as resistance, and then it breaks to the downside, and then that's how you make the technical move down to the breakout, right? So that's what we're looking at there. The XLM is the same thing. Another value that you got from being members here is you were out ahead of the field and you understood what was going on. On that evening when this blow off top happened at 63 cents, it was the grayscale filings released, I think, on a Friday night, and had 100 or 120% 6-hour pump. And we identified as it came off of that Sunday and Monday that this was short to medium term bearish, that the local regional top was in, and we were going to have some downside and much better buying opportunities as the volume started to drastically decline down here right at the grayscale pump, the final leg of the pump. Look at the volume, it started trending extremely to the downside, and that let us know with confirmation that we were getting short to medium term bearish. Again, we were out ahead of the rest of the social media and mainstream pumpers and insiders and influencers to let you know with straight, super simple, factual, educational, informational knowledge and what was going on and why we were thinking the things that we were thinking. And now you can see we've had the bearish cross, another one that we forecasted, still don't want to buy you. We're coming back down to that critical 25 cents. We were talking about all week how this was going to eventually break down near the 30-cent level, come back down to this major 25 cents, maybe a slight bounce, but eventually it's going to fall through this. And our forecast that we've been calling for quite some time still is valid, is still in effect, where I believe we're going to come down to 18 cents, followed by a substantial rally, maybe back up to the 30-cent level, before ultimately we come down to our best buying opportunity by the time we get there since last October of 2024, where we get down near that 14-cent level, right? I'll make another update a little bit later on. Just wanted to give this out to you now. Peace and love. The Rex Eyebrow J.